Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
Well, it's nice to meet you in person.
It's nice to meet you in person. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time.
I appreciate it. Give me some time. You'll definitely want to talk to me again. So like I said, my name's Sammy. I'm a third-year StratCom major from Hampton. So I appreciate you for showing the campus some love. You started out on a different, didn't start out, but you were on the cast of A Different World. What was that like being a part of an HBC experience, even if it was just on television at the time when it wasn't as acclaimed as now?
Well, previous to that, I had done a film called School Daze, which was taking place on another fictitious black campus. And several of us who had been in School Daze then went into A Different World. Most of the folks played students, but I played a young professor by the name of Dr. Randolph. And that was a great experience. And you know, the talent pool that was exposed in School Daze and then transferred into A Different World was extraordinary. You know,
It left an impact because I grew up watching A Different World.
It should, and I see that, you know, there are new generations that have been attached to that film and to that TV series. So I was really happy to be a part of that. I think that it was quite provocative and sometimes very funny, but it took on important issues as well. So, you know, to get that out of a so-called sitcom is pretty extraordinary.
Yeah. When you were on that, did you feel the movement that you were doing, or was it just like you were just an actor on a set? Did you feel the impact it had just like in the world at the time?
No, I mean, we knew that we were doing important work. We didn't pat ourselves on the back about it. We just did it because that is what we felt compelled to do at that moment. And, you know, I think a lot of us have continued to have that kind of spirit. All right? Yeah.
Well, through your trials and tribulations, what has been your triumph as a black actor?
My triumph?
Yeah. Like what
My triumph is being here right now, and to be meeting a young woman by the name of Sami from Lawndale and Compton, who has combined her experiences in Los Angeles and now is linking it with another side of the world. And that's very satisfying to me, to know that there are people like you who are moving forward and hopefully taking the baton and passing it on to the next generation. I didn't know when I was you're a junior? When I was a junior in college, I didn't know that I would be in this position. I was very fortunate to get some great mentorship when I was a college student and later as a graduate student.
Who were your mentors?
My great mentor was a woman by the name of Dr. MJ Mary Jane Hewitt. And she did her PhD at the University of West Indies in Kingston. She was from the Midwest. And she wrote a comparison of Zora Neale Hurston and the great First Lady of Jamaican folklore, Louise Bennett. She said, hey, show up in the lounge next week, and Maya Angelou was there.
Oh, wow.
And Roscoe Lee Brown, the great actor, was there. And James Baldwin, the great writer, was there, sitting in a room about this big.
And what was that experience like for you?
It taught me that there's a thing called a life in the arts, and that it's worth living. It's worth pursuing. Because these are full-grown adults, obviously brilliant people who could have done anything that they wanted to do, but they committed themselves to the arts and to education.
Yeah. Are you now committed to the arts?
I've been committed to the arts for a long time, and to education for a long time. And I'm very happy to be in this world. I feel blessed to be able to do something that I truly enjoy.
What is something that you have not mastered in your artistry that you would like to master?
I think I'd like to be a better singer.
I was not expecting that.
I'm always envious of folks who can follow music and stay on key. I mean, I love singing,
Yeah.
but I would never call myself a singer. So to be able to carry a song off on stage, I mean, really, and to sing with orchestration and
So
all
are we
that.
expecting an EP soon? Like, what's the plan?
Oh no, I mean, no, I wouldn't
Just
say
something you want
EP. I
yourself to
think
have.
that's something that I'd like to commit myself to. Something to be able to learn.
Because you're constantly learning.
Hopefully, that's how they say you stay young, you learn new things.
Yeah, for me as a young creative, I don't necessarily want to be an actor, but I do want to direct and produce. Is there any advice you would give someone in my space?
Don't forget to breathe
Got it.
and to always listen. I think observation is a really key tool for us, not just for actors, but for anyone.
Got it.
It's not always about creating a monologue. Sometimes it's listening to
Got it.
a monologue. The great playwright August Wilson, who was a Pittsburgh native, I felt that I was in communion with him this week because I was in Pittsburgh before I came here. And he would typically go into a coffee shop or a bar, and he'd overhear one little line, you know, and then he'd scribble that on a matchbook or a napkin. And then that one little line would become a speech, and then become a character. And then that character would interact with other characters. And then before you know it, there's a great play. And before you know it, August Wilson has written 10 plays, one for every decade of the 20th century.
So much. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time, and I wish you all the best.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Callie in the house.
Callie in the house. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you.